I felt the weight of voices made to tell me as we know I am. Felt the pull of expectations I could barely withstand. I've walked through crowded rooms, feeling smaller than I should. Feel the pressure building like misunderstood wood. I've been pushed by failure, pressed by doubt and fear. Feel the ground shake beneath me when the future wasn't clear. But something in my spirit refused to bow or flee. So then be beware, don't just stand when we leave. I stand when the world's pushing me, when the weight feels heavy. I refuse to leave. I lift over vision speed. I go free from the wall and I hold I stand. Feel the wrong.This dinner with me. When the world pushes me, I nearly folded, moments I almost quit, times when giving up felt easier than fighting through it. I've carried words like bruises, heard you can't too many times, felt the pressure of proving my worth in unseen climbs. But I've also felt mercy lift me from the dust. Felt grace whisper gently, stand even when you must. Because standing isn't loud, it's not always grand. Sometimes it's just refusing to drop what's in your hand. The world pushes with timelines, with standards and speed. It pushes with comparison, with hunger and greed. It pushes with fear of missing out, with noise it won't rest, with pressure to perform at your absolute best. But I've learned I don't need applause to validate my ground. I don't need approval to make my faith profound. Cause when the world leans heavy, when the pressure feels extreme, God becomes the anchor holding steady through the scream. I stand when the world pushes me, when life feels uncertain, when I can't see, when criticism echoes and hope feels thin. I stand in truth, I stand when my knees feel weak, when the road feels long and the climb feels steep. Because even when pressure tests me, God strengthens my heart and I stand. Lord, you see the moments I almost broke inside. You see the tears I swallow, the fear I tried to hide. You know how heavy it feels when everything leans in, when the world keeps pushing at the edges of my skin. But you remind me, mountain, don't crumble at the breeze. You remind me, roots grow deeper when shaken by the trees. So when the pressure rises and I feel I can't expand, you steady every trembling step and teach me how to stand. I've learned that strength isn't rigid, it bends but doesn't break. It trusts even when uncertain, it moves though hands still shake. I've learned that resilience is quiet, it doesn't always shout. It's the courage to stay grounded when doubt is all about. And every time I'm pushed but still refuse to fall, I feel something rising, a faith that conquers all. The world may test my balance, may press side. But God is my foundation, my reason and my guide. I stand when the world pushes me, when storms roll in like a restless sea, when pressure builds and walls close tight. I stand in faith, I stand in light. I stand when my strength feels small and doubt tries hard to make me fall. Because even when everything shifts around, God is my solid ground. I stand through the noise, I stand through the fear. I stand because God is always near. The world may push, but I remain. The world may tear, but I won't break. I stand, not because I'm fearless, not because I'm strong alone, but because I know whose ground I stand on. And when the world pushes, I stand.